Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another session in Double My E-commerce Sales Facebook group. My name is Ala Hassan, the founder of E-commerce Training Academy, and I do apologize for being late. I just got caught up in some challenges in connecting, but I'm here and ready to start talking about a subject that I feel is also, again, important for those who are in the beard product category. And there's, in this case right now, because there's a lot of people stuck at home, men specifically in this case, notice how a lot of people either haven't cut their hair, haven't gotten a haircut recently, and some of us are growing our beards because, you know what, we're home and it became somewhat of a habit, let it grow. But then at the end of the day, we're always looking for ways of improving our whole journey when it comes to growing our beard. And there's a couple of brands that are doing a really, really good job at selling beard care products online. And today's session is exactly this. We're going to be talking about some of these brands and talking about how well they're going about marketing themselves, differentiating their product. And just like the previous sessions where I did about how to sell more coffee online or how to sell supplements and vitamins online, instead of me going through a lot of theory, might as well just go review a brand that is doing a great job at it. And so today's brand is going to be beardbrand.com. And I feel that these guys are a direct-to-consumer brand that's doing a really good job when it comes to positioning themselves in the marketplace. Because right now, obviously, when everyone started selling a lot of these products, everyone jumped on this opportunity. Everyone is considering selling beard products. So this brand really is going out there, differentiating itself from others in the industry. So a couple of things. During this review, I'm going to be talking about my first impressions. We're going to talk about the value proposition that this brand is focusing upon. We'll talk about the overall design, the web experience. We'll talk about their product offering, and also consider looking at some of their digital marketing efforts and the overall, when I say about the site experience, to see some of the ways they go about adding the bells and whistles that you expect from a typical online store, and what are some of these things that they offer. So let's get started. Again, for those who are joining us in the recorded version of this video, make sure to join our Facebook group, Double My E-commerce Sales in 12 Months, where I do a lot of these live sessions. You get to ask questions also at the end of the session. So it's a great opportunity to pick my brain about the topic that was discussed or just overall knowledge in e-commerce. So let's get started. All right, so beardbrand.com. Overall, as soon as you come to the website, notice how I like the logo, positioning, everything, the colors. The overall experience looks very professional, not very busy. I like the fact that and I noticed that they always change the image in the back right now. Right now, they have this one right here, but everything is well placed out. Things are where you expect them to be, whether it's the logo, navigation, the top bar, promo bar, the hero, the headline on the hero, as well as a clear call to action where as soon as you mouse over, there's a hover behavior. Again, really well thought out. So if I go in a little bit more as I start scrolling down, well, before I start, so notice how the first option here is really about taking the quiz. Now, if you were just entering the market, you may want to experiment with having a hero dedicated to your value proposition in terms of who you are, what you sell, and what differentiates you from other beard brand products out there. Or in this case, in this situation, Beard Brand is well established within the category at this point, and they're doing really well. So it makes sense for them to push people to take a quiz, generate a lead out of this experience. So again, test it out. You may want to have people come into the website. If it's their first time visit, maybe showcase a message that is more focused towards the value proposition, communicating the value proposition. And the other one could be focused around either selling or taking people down the sales funnel when it comes to, let's say, filling out a quiz. So it really depends on the website, but it's something that you may want to consider testing. So overall, these guys, and I noticed something across many beard brands, like beard product brands, I feel that they all have the word beard. So you expect it to be, this is the type of product they're selling within that category. So it's a given. You know exactly what it is that they sell. So in their case right now, it didn't make sense maybe to put in a value proposition, but otherwise I always believe that you should put it, especially when you're targeting new customers. Because at this point here, I'm looking at this page, there's nothing specific about what makes this brand different from others that are out there, especially if I'm new to it. So take that into consideration. So as soon as I scroll down, they're featuring a specific fragrance, I guess, at this point, the Old Money Gold Line fragrance, Old Money, brief description. I can't click anywhere, so I'm not sure. Notice how the drop down, the menu is a sticky menu. It stays inside the, it's as I scroll down, the menu remains right on top. So anytime I could easily go and navigate, and it changes color. So notice here, it blends in with the hero. And as soon as I scroll down, the background becomes white, which is great because you can easily notice the change. So I go scroll down. Again, I'm browsing it as if this is the first time. A big percentage of people may not browse the homepage. So really make sure that the most important message is above the fold. As soon as I land on the page, it should show up here versus me scrolling down. But right now we're trying to see what else is on this page. So notice how I was here. It's weird they put the menu right on in the bottom, because if I'm going down here and I start playing around with these menu items, look how the image changes, but I have to scroll back up. So they should have put it right on top, maybe. That's my opinion. But again, it's all about testing. And if I scroll down, make your inbox better. So they're really going immediately for the lead, and they want people to sign up. So sometimes I have to ask you test it out. Do you put that above or below? Again, they already have the quiz, but it seems obviously these guys are creating a lot of content also via email. So they rely a lot on organic traffic. And it makes sense. Maybe they tested it and they saw that they have a better micro conversion in this case. People are signing up to their newsletter, and maybe the people that sign up to the newsletter end up buying more, or that type of customer may be of higher value to them. Hence the reason why they're pushing you to sign up. So again, there could be many reasons. It's really hard for me to know at this point, other than maybe testing things on their side. So scrolling down a little bit more, right here, I noticed that they immediately showcase the best sellers. So beard oil, utility balm, styling balm, very simple, full price, no decimals, very clean, classy look, and I have the option of viewing all products. Right here is the Urban Beardsman blog, latest article. So these guys are very strong on organic traffic. So they've created a lot of content. And the more you learn about them, the more you realize that they have a lot of content on YouTube. They have a lot of content on their blog. People are talking about them in the community within the beard audience, people who are actually growing their beard. So they're really, really well known, and they've really well established themselves. But a lot of it had to do with content creation. Towards the bottom, they have one specific product, which is the new one. So I guess they branched out into fragrances now. Yeah, that's what it seems like, eau de parfum. So the last time I came in, I didn't see this product line. So I guess they've added additional categories, which makes perfect sense. If people are buying from you some beard oil, you've already established a relationship with them. Why not start selling them complementary products? So fragrance makes sense. So going through again, scrolling down. Let me increase the size. I always forget. I think this is better like this. Yeah, it's good I didn't continue with the rest of the website. So in the footer, very straightforward, small little paragraph right here, links to their social media, their top articles, very minimal, nothing crazy. I would have thought there would be a lot more. But again, this brand is very classy. They've cleaned up their website. I mean, they're constantly evolving. So overall, my first impressions, very professional looking website, easy to browse, message is clear, but I feel that they can improve maybe certain things with their value proposition of what differentiates them, especially when they're targeting new customers. And also this experience right here, maybe it's too soon. You're throwing at me fragrances and I'm confused. What else do you want me to do? You're highlighting fragrances, but is it a product? I'm confused here. So maybe to their current customer base, this makes sense. But to me, someone who's new, it may not be the case. So I would have maybe put in the best sellers right on top here, and possibly put in a small little paragraph right here under the hero that focuses a lot more on the value proposition. So again, for the new visitors. So let's look at the content now. So in terms of the navigation, as soon as you mouse over, instead of doing this first, let me look at it from a mobile perspective. Obviously, again, a lot of your traffic is going to come in from mobile devices because that's what we're using constantly. We're on these devices, especially if you start advertising on social media. Again, very simple here, text style 2512 for personalized consulting. I like to usually keep this promo bar message right here, right on top, limited to one line instead of having it on 2 lines if possible. But again, not a big deal. I like having, I'm not a big fan of blending the header overlapping the hero image. Right now they could do it. You see the hamburger menu icon, you see the logo because the background is a little bit darker. Sometimes some companies don't pay attention to this and eventually you can't see these elements right here and it could create friction with customers. So in this case, it works. But again, I'm a big fan of making sure that the menu, the header is like this. You notice it. It's not time to confuse the customer. It's not time to make them think twice. Like just show them the elements because this is important. It's navigation. Again, everything is showing up above the fold. I see the message right here, clear call to action, an image that supports the product line. Again, a man with his beard. The logo itself is pretty self-explanatory in terms of what is it that they sell, beard products, beard brand. So menu, slide in on the left-hand side. I like it, very clean. I like how they've added additional quizzes right here, but in a different font style. I like how they put the menu, the social media right here, very discreet, not too much in your face. That again, you're spending a lot of money to drive people to the website. Do you want to send them immediately to social media? You want to keep them on the website. But I like how discreet the icons are here in the bottom. So again, very easy to close. Let me see if I scroll down. So multi-level menu, very easy to browse. I like how as soon as you click, it collapses, decollapses, closes. I like that. Very clean, simple, perfect. Very nice. Again, very nice navigation design. Let me see how the search happens. Again, beautiful. If your product catalog isn't massive, obviously it makes sense that you shouldn't maybe put the search bar enabled by default because it takes up a lot of real estate. So it's something that you would have to test. Are people looking for the search a lot? Are they searching? Then maybe, or they're having a hard time finding the search, or your catalog is big. Maybe you want to consider having the search bar visible from the get-go. But again, this is something that you would have to test. Nothing wrong with that. I'm curious to see, okay, so the mini cart also slides in, but now from the right. Beautiful. Scrolling down on, again, I'm not a big fan of this here, but it's some branding initiative, I guess. The message is just not clear. We make, okay, perfect, very straightforward. So here, again, a lot of times people will, like at this point right now, there are no design elements in terms of the UX telling me there's a way for you to scroll to the side to see the rest of the products. It's given that people will swipe, but again, sometimes guide users by highlighting maybe some sort of slider icon just to show people that they can move it. In case they don't. But in this case right now, I guess people are going to be scrolling through, so they see the list of other products. Straightforward, and everything else seems the same as the desktop. So overall, looks very simple, the mobile experience. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Go back to the desktop. Let's start browsing a little bit some of these categories. Going inside the main category. So as soon as you mouse over beard, I like how they designed everything. So conditioning, cleaning, styling. They have a nice image right here that if I click it, nothing happens. They could also leverage this if they want, link it to a specific category. But I like how the whole thing here looks like in terms of how they went about putting in the different levels in the menu. Same thing with hair, body, kits. Very nice. But I'm curious right now, what's so special about this company? So do they our story starts here. Again, you notice how the value proposition is hidden. I have to really dig at this point. If you're starting out a new brand and you really want to establish yourself in this category, better make sure that you communicate this immediately. These guys are well established, so maybe they don't need to. But anyone else who wants to really get into this category and communicate the difference, communicate their value proposition, make sure that it is clear and visible on the website and not just through your About Us page. That's why I always recommend putting it on the homepage. At least it emphasizes it. At the same time, notice how there's not much social proof or any level of indication that this product is very popular. Again, the brand is well established. If you're new, you may want to highlight some reviews, showcase something about the fact that this product is really liked and has a lot of positive reviews. If you have reviews, highlight them, especially again for the first time customer. You have a couple of seconds to convince them whether or not this is the right place for them. Okay. But again, I'm really want to focus on this is the fact that maybe they've tested it and they've noticed that anyone who comes to their website, they've seen better results by people taking the quiz. So instead of confusing them with so many messages, so many different actions or options to shop now or browse their catalog, they notice that a quiz is what you get, is the best way to get immediate results from new customers. Obviously, if you're a return customer, you may not take the quiz. But if you're a new customer, maybe that's what the numbers show on their side, they get a better return. So again, at the end of the day, it's all about results, test, 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 and optimize. So let's start looking at some of the categories. If I go into conditioning, I can't. So notice how as soon as you mouse over, you click on these categories, there is something there, but it's not working. So sometimes companies make that mistake. So something to consider. But if I click on beard oil, let's see what happens. So this one goes directly to a product page. Let me go find something that will take me to a list of products, like a collection. No, that's also a product. Oh, let me just see if there's a collection page. I'm curious to see how their category pages are. So I'm not getting to a category page. Let me click on beard. Perfect. So I got to the category page by clicking on, but you won't know that. So sometimes, is that what you want? Consider these things. So let's go to beard. Let's see the whole, you see it here, collections, and they're using, seems Shopify. So very simple headline. I know I'm in the beard category. There's a sub headline right here, the best in beard care. Small little paragraph highlighting what this collection is all about. Very well spaced out products. Now you see the reviews. So again, maybe they've tested on the homepage. They wanted to minimal design, not put too many, a lot of content on the homepage. But as soon as you go to the collections page, 7,000 reviews, 1,800 reviews, 1,000 reviews. So again, they're highlighting everything. I love their product images. Very big, large, detailed, professional looking. So you can see that they spent good money on this stuff. You see the product, you can feel, you can read everything without even having to click on it or enlarge the image. So large images are great. I like how they went about putting in the sale price. So there's a strike through on the regular price and the sale price is in red just to highlight the promotion. Kits have the small little label right here. So kit price. So these are bundles. So almost instead of calling bundles, they're calling them packs. And very straightforward stuff here. And they also have the recently viewed. I like recently viewed because when you start browsing multiple items and sometimes you forget what you looked at and you have a hard time finding it, especially when you're looking at a big catalog. It's nice to have this. The click-throughs are usually higher than regular recommendation blocks of products because these are products I looked at immediately. But in this case, I don't remember looking at them maybe in the past, but I remember looking at this. So I guess it's remembering how many times I've been on the website. So great collections page, very straightforward. You notice how they don't have any filters or sorting options only because it's a small category. Do you need it? Not really, It's one page straight to the point. Do you need to put more navigation, a way for them to filter? Depends, test it out. Let's go to a product. So beard, let's go to the beard oil. Product page. So right here, everything is above the fold. I don't have to scroll down. I see the title, the product name, pricing, reviews. options to one-time purchase, subscribe. So they have a one-time purchase and a subscription model. If you subscribe, you have additional savings. And usually you see that a lot with products that are constantly being consumed throughout the year. And it makes sense. If you really want to make sure you have anticipate the revenue that you expect to have in the coming months, launching a subscription program can really help. And I believe from what I've heard today by Shopify is that they are working on a subscription feature natively inside Shopify. So stay tuned for that. Again, very nice layout, simple, easy to understand. I can do this. I can just mouse over right here. I don't even have to click, but automatically it explains how the subscription works. Now, the thing is, if I look at this, I don't know that subscription is clickable, or if I mouse over, something will happen. I just see subscription details. So sometimes putting an underline just to highlight it, like I just went on it like this, and okay, that's what it is. There's a hover behavior. So this is how it works. Again, fragrance, I can choose different ones, and it immediately also changes the picture in case I want to look into them. So let me see if I could zoom in. No, I can't zoom in. There's no way of looking at the label fully, but I guess that's what it is. So I would add always a zoom in option because people are used to it. Why not offer it? Quantity is very straightforward. I'm just wondering, why is the add to cart? See, it doesn't make sense unless they're pushing for PayPal. But for me, add to cart, I would always put it in a color that is visible. So I'm surprised that they only have it as an outlined add to cart and not, again, they maybe tested it. So usually I'm used to seeing that. But notice how PayPal caught my attention. I don't know about you, but PayPal caught my attention. Maybe I might not buy from them thinking PayPal, but who knows? Something to consider here. So I guess they have enough data, but let's say if I put in 2, what happens here? So immediately they show the confirmation and with the slide through. And they have the message here, I like this, spend $8 or more for free shipping. So it's a great way of increasing the average order value of the order, as well as highlighting an incentive for people to consider purchasing more from you. So I like how they went about it. The message is clear, but I would make it a little bit darker. It's an important message. People love free shipping. So why use this light gray? I feel like they're using it a lot, but that's their design, their brand. Continue learning more about the product. So as you scroll down, you can't learn about the product. I am not a big fan of these product pages where you're starting to scroll down and they keep showing you the images. It's just a waste of time for me. I'm not a big fan. I like putting the thumbnails on the bottom or offering the option for people to browse through the pictures themselves. But if I'm scrolling down, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, I'm expecting the page to go down and not the list of images. So product information, very clean. Give your brand. I like how this stays here. It doesn't move. Oh, it does move. So let's see here, give your brand an advantage, use it early and often, how to use it. So they have the instructions, how much you get. I feel that the font is a little bit too small. I don't know. Fragrance and ingredients. I don't like this because now I have to scroll back up to go there. So sometimes these themes are important in terms of how they behave when people start clicking. So notice I was here, product information. I finished reading. Well, I'm here. Well, I have to scroll back up. That's annoying, but it may not impact their conversions. I like everything. I see the ingredients. I see a section for shipping, returns, and guarantees are there. So really well done. And the reviews are all there. So let me go back here, click on reviews, see what happens. Perfect. I see that. View images. That's the first time I see that. More information. Oh, so I get to go back up instead of me scrolling down. Okay. Very straightforward. Okay. And in the bottom, what do I have here? Buy it with. So they have a nice discrete, I would put this a little bit higher. So they're upselling another product where they can say like complementary product. You may want to consider buying it with the eau de parfum. So you buy the oil and why not do this? Offer the option of adding it to cart immediately, maybe. That could be an option. And move this up if you feel like, I feel that like Amazon, you know, they always say buy with, or use customers who looked at this also looked at. They have that higher up in on the page. again, something to test. Amazon's revenue, the last time I remember reading about this, a third of their revenue comes from these upselling and cross-selling blocks on their website. So it plays a big role, these recommendation blocks. Scrolling down, I see this image. Is this the same product? Old money. Yeah. I don't know. See, it's one of them. And you may also like recently viewed. I'm surprised they're not pushing a guide to help me decide whether or not to buy this product. Remember that a lot of people may also arrive directly on your product page. Consider that. Some people maybe are ready to buy, some of them are still new. Are you helping them on the product page to convert or not? So that's one of the product pages. Let's look at another product page inside, let's say, conditioning, the balm. Let's see if there's any difference. Look, at the end of the day, test. And if your product is great, people will find a way to buy it. So again, the numbers are what matters most. So if the revenue is here and the design is working really well, then you know what? Consider that. That's more important than sometimes people get overconsumed by the layout, the feel of the website, but the numbers are not there. You can have a beautiful website and have everything in terms of the best practices that people recommend in terms of how to go about designing your website, the user experience, the product offering. But in the end, you're not getting any sales because your product is not priced well. So make sure all of these things are taken care of and balance it. Don't go too crazy with the design and don't go too crazy with offering too many options and trying to answer all possible questions that customer may have and overwhelm them in the shopping experience. Test one thing at a time. Don't at one time. These are well established. So that's why I have to be careful in terms of how I go about criticizing the brand, because I'm sure they've tested a lot of things. So that's one thing I always recommend. Test. Now, everything seems pretty straightforward. Let's look a little bit at the product catalog. So notice how they're not just selling beard oil. And a lot of people that enter this category may be selling 1, 2, 3 products. If you want to succeed in this category, I feel that you need to have at least a minimum of 6 to 10 products. You want to not have just one. You want to have also complementary products as well as accessories in this case. So you want people to come back every month from you to buy some of these products. So I like the fact that they have a subscription model. I like the fact that they have accessories, they have bundles and all that stuff. So they're looking for ways of increasing the average order value, increasing the frequency of how many times people buy from them. And that's what you want. Again, you barely make money on the first order that a customer puts through on your website because you're spending so much money acquiring these customers the first time they come in. So your bet is you're making money on the additional orders that go through. So the first one, they may buy 1 or 2 items from you. But eventually, after, let's say, 3 months, after 6 months, they end up buying an extra item. They may replenish some of the products that they had initially bought from you. And you're hoping that they're going to come back for a second, third order over a period of 1 year or 2 years. That's where you start making money. So when you start selling these products or you're into this category, just make sure that you offer complementary items or even find ways of upselling them and find just ways of increasing their order value. So if you notice here, they're selling beard products, hair products, body, kits. So I love bundles and packs. This way you're offering, like in this case, they're offering a 6-pack bundle. Let's see what this is. If I love your product and I tried it, then why not offer me a bundle option where you can literally save money by purchasing a bundle option. So I love the shampoo and I like the conditioner. Every time I buy one of these bottles, it lasts me, let's say, 2 months. Well, if I buy this 3 times, then I've kind of like covered myself for the next, let's say, 6 months. I don't have to worry about this. You're saving me money. And you as the retailer, you're selling more and you're increasing the average order value. So instead of like $20, you're now at $50 plus shipping or free shipping, you name it. So again, really nice way of going about your catalog. So they have 6 packs, they have 3 packs, 2 packs, and variety kits. So if let's say I want to buy this, it's a full grooming kit. So accessories, they're not just even selling the oil. $200 for this. I would add also how this product is packaged, because if I'm spending $200 and I might think about buying this for someone as a gift, highlight how the box is nicely packaged. Maybe that might entice me to purchase it because I'm buying it as a gift. And if it comes really well packaged, that adds more value to it. Well, here you go. You see the box. So this box, I would have put it here. See, I didn't even notice the box in the back. I thought it was just a background. So again, you see how sometimes my impression was just a background image, but I was asking about the box. I didn't see that it was actually a box. But as soon as I scroll down, I see that it comes in this nice box. So now $200 seems okay. I would even open it to see how everything looks inside, which is great. In this case right now here, if I'm buying a box of all of these things, maybe consider adding, oh, there you go, buy it with beard oil. So they have it right here, but it was hidden. So again, when you recommend or upsell products, think about positioning, where to put it, because in the end, I ignored this. This, in my opinion, is way too small. I think they should make this bigger. But when I scroll down here, you're recommending maybe these other products, so different options. But I wouldn't go recommend products that are a big difference in price. Now, it's not serving me well by reducing the upsell. The upsell should be complementary. In this case, I'm looking at a $200 product and you're bringing me down to $22. Maybe you almost got me at $200. Why are you creating? And now I'm wondering, should I buy maybe just a brush? So there you go. Consider how you upsell as well. But again, these guys, they know what they're doing. I guess they've tested it. That's what we're hoping. Notice also that they offer gear products. So T-shirts, hats. So when you start having a great people who, let's say, are taking care of their beard, you become developing this big community of engaged raving fans. And sometimes you can get away with selling them also apparel. So they're really selling their own brand on T-shirts. I noticed that they're selling hats. Again, if I know someone consumes beard brand products and I'm thinking about, you know what, let me buy him a gift, maybe I'll consider that as well. Posters, a Beardsman box, large wooden, just the box by itself is $90. So now you see the inside. So I would have expected these images there on the other product. But again, that's great. Now let's start looking at the digital marketing. Now, I mentioned this already. These guys have done a really good job at creating content, guides, and everything else. The Urban Beardsman blog, there's a lot of content, a lot of ideas, a lot of things that they've created that a typical persona that they target is going to go for, and they will get a lot of value from this content. So the definitive guide to mustache styles. So I've made a video about the 3 stages or the 3 types of funnels that I like to optimize for: top, middle, bottom of the funnel. So bottom of the funnel is someone who's looking for the actual beard oil, but then top of the funnel could be someone who is thinking about growing a beard and they're just getting started and they want to know, how do I go about growing my beard fast? So the articles could be different. You're helping all these different type of personas, and the content marketing should help support those initiatives and this type of communication. So if I look at, let's say, everything you wanted to know, everything you wanted and didn't know about neck beards. So if I click on this, let me just see the content. Images right here, the content is right here. They're linking to also different things inside. Sometimes I see them linking to also different products, which is great. And I like this. So as you start looking at a different product, notice how, first of all, they have also navigation right here that can allow you to go from one article to another. That's one. And it reminds you what you're reading right here. So I like that. And you can also share. So they have almost like a second level of a navigation right here. Scrolling down, notice how they have this almost looking like a chat box. Grab yourself a free Beard Brand Beard Essentials ebook. So don't always aim for just the sale. Why not have them micro convert into a lead of some sort? Let's say you want to have them sign up to your newsletter, you want to have them sign up to download a PDF guide, or have them complete a quiz, or even a giveaway or a contest. So in this case right here, they're saying, grab yourself a free Beard Brand Essentials ebook. I say, yes. What happens? So it's as if you're speaking. So I'm sure this is a bot. Cool. Here's the deal. Our 30-page Beard Essentials ebook gives you the knowledge to grow an awesome beard, and it's exclusive to our newsletter subscribers. So they're telling you how to get it. If you want to sign up to our newsletter and get the free book, yes. So instead of putting just a sign up here to our newsletter or sign up here to download, they have this bot. So it's as if you're speaking to someone. Nice. Enter the email below. Oh, it was right here. I didn't even pay attention to that. So you can put your email right here, and eventually just, let's say, hello at eCommerce trainingacademy.com. Submit. I like this because it's really as if you're speaking to someone. Awesome. Check your email inbox a few minutes for your free ebook. Catch you later. Perfect. What's nice about this is they're going to be able to add me to, let's say, a welcome series or a bunch of emails that are going to be automated, but also I'm going to get my PDF. And then I continue reading if I want to. There are videos, so they're really good about preparing, creating all sorts of content types, whether it's video, PDFs, images, illustrations. You might also like reading this stuff. And that's it. I can share, and they have other content right here. And there's also the shop now. So whenever you're entering this category, do not only rely on paid advertising, really focus on developing a strategy for your organic growth. And content marketing plays a huge role in your organic growth. You create content, you leverage the SEO aspect of it, optimizing all this content, targeting specific keywords. Also later on, using email to distribute or share this content, communicate it with your audience, your subscriber list, and using also social media to amplify the reach and try to get additional awareness of this content through your social media profile accounts. A very simple organic marketing strategy for e-commerce. I've created a video for you to watch about this topic, so do consider watching it if you're new to the whole organic marketing world. Going through this a little bit more, trying to see if there's anything else about the company. Let's go through, let's go through their social media. So let's go right here. So when you go to their social media, their slogan, so they have a good amount, 163,000 people. Again, their logo has their main icon, their symbol right here. I always recommend putting the name of the brand in case someone doesn't know this. But again, a lot of people know the brand, so maybe they can get away with it. Keep on growing, nice slogan. Tag Beard Brand to show us your journey, clear call to action. But then there is a YouTube video. I'm not sure what this video is. I have to click it. So maybe describe what this link is in your bio.
Building your business online takes effort. And when it's ready for the world to see...
Sup amigos, Garth the Beard Brand Alliance.
It is a video, great. But I would consider sending them to the website. So maybe create a blog post with the video already integrated, embedded inside your blog post. So at least you're sending them back to your website and not to YouTube. Because if you send them back to your website, at least the Facebook pixel is, they get tagged for the Facebook pixel. They get tagged also with any other advertising pixels that you may have already on the website. And that's also going to help your other advertising efforts. Now, notice here, as soon as you scroll down, they have all of their story covers of their highlights right here. Very clean, simple. I like how they're short and to the point because sometimes they're too long. And look at their images. A lot of lifestyle shots. Sometimes you see products, good engagement, a lot of likes. Again, simple. They're showcasing men with beards, which is what they want, obviously, at this point. And notice how whenever they showcase a product, they're really simple product pages, sometimes in a lifestyle shot or sometimes in a studio from what it seems like. Very clean, very simple. Good stuff. So again, just high level. I also recommend that you sign up to their newsletter. You'll see how they go about having their welcome series. They onboard you into the world of growing a beard. Again, that's the whole point here. If you're trying to really focus on driving more sales, you can't simply rely on paid efforts. You really have to focus also on email marketing, social media, trying to engage the community. Again, these people are going to grow their beard for a very long time. And you want to make sure that you stay top of mind throughout the journey, and hopefully until they decide, let's say, to cut it off, shave it, then maybe they'll go away for a couple of months until they realize, no, I like my beard. So you may even consider putting out content to help people come back into the beard world. So again, there's so many opportunities, but these guys are following all of the typical recommendations that you would expect from an e-commerce brand, specifically within the beard category. So catalog is well laid out. They have a lot of complementary categories and products. They upsell you, try to increase the average order value, whether with free shipping, bundles. They want to also have this type of recurring payments and revenue through their subscription model. Social media is really on par. The branding is right there. It works really well with the website. And I love how they have a lot of engaging content. The content is not boring. They emphasize on their expertise. They know everything about beards. And if you learn more about their story, you'll see that it's an expertise. They want to highlight, they want to become the authority within this category, and they are really doing a great job at it. So just the last thing, I love quizzes, a great way, and you can use Typeform for this. Really great tool to help you build out these quizzes that will enable you to generate leads and also help you learn more about your customer base. So I love quizzes. So again, you can go through this quiz, answer 10 questions, you help them decide what type of beard, and then eventually you can recommend certain products to them based on the answers that they provided. And also you can have them submit their email address so that they get this profile sent to their email and inbox as well. So again, another tactic for you to generate some leads. Contests really do well in this category. Monthly contest, bi-weekly contest, daily contest on social media. Again, you want people who grow a beard may have other friends that are growing their beards. Why not have a contest that have some viral components? So ask people to tag 2 or 3 of their friends that are competing against them with growing their beard. I don't know, something like that. Where again, you want to build out this audience, and if someone is happy with this product, it starts a conversation. So if I go out there and everybody complimenting me about my beard, eventually I might tell them, by the way, I'm using this brand. You should consider it as well. So it starts a conversation. Word of mouth is very strong in this category, and you want to make sure you have everything in place. So they don't have this, but I've seen other brands have loyalty programs. You may want to consider that. You may also want to consider having refer a friend program. Just make sure you stay on top of it to make sure that it's not being abused. I know that Beard Brand is not into discounting and coupons. And I remember if you search, for example, coupons, Beard Brand, you go to a specific page, Beard Brand's discount policy. And in there, they just tell you they don't believe in coupons and discounts, or whatever you see on the website, that's what the price is. So again, they really thought of everything. They're not the cheap brand. They're not competing against price. They're really competing against the quality of the product. They stand by the quality of the product, their community, the different product options they have in their catalog. So again, they're really well established. But as soon as you go to other brands, they're positioning them differently. Some of them are focused maybe, let's say, on a different type of audience that is growing their beard. So you're going to start seeing, and there are plenty of them. So if you're getting into this category, I would highly recommend that you start your search on Amazon. And I've done a lot of videos about this stuff where I tell you, go to Amazon, search all the beard care product companies that are selling on this platform. Look at the ones with the high amount of ratings and reviews, the ones that are being promoted as bestsellers by Amazon or top picks, and look at all of the reviews that customers have left for this product. So you get an idea of exactly what's so special about these products. What are people liking about them? And you do the same thing by reading the negative comments. By reading the negative comments on Amazon, you'll be able to see exactly what are some of the complaints that people have about these items. So let's do a simple example. So let's go here. Beard oil. Man, notice this one, Amazon's Choice, 4,000. So this one has 5,000, but it's a sponsor. But this one is an Amazon's Choice, for example, here. Let's go for this one. So I see this. I like to see how they explain this product here. I take note of everything. Then I also click on, look at this, 4,000 ratings and 140 questions. So I'll go on the ratings. I'll click on the top ratings and I'll see what are people using it. And I take note of the words that are being mentioned here because that's the type of copy you want to include on your product descriptions. Then I do the same thing with the negative comments. What are people complaining about? This oil stinks bad. So if your product does not stink, then you want to mention that. You could use that on your product description. You can mention it on your Facebook ads, any type of copy in your email. Take note of all of these negatives that this product has. And if your product is better against those things that are mentioned here, then mention that. That gives you a nice way of differentiating yourself. Another thing that I would highly recommend is when you're doing your research is to look at what are some of the questions that people have about this product. What's the difference between balm and oil? Then make sure you have a piece of content about this topic on your website, whether it's a FAQ, frequently asked question format, or a blog post about this. How can I use it and how many times? usage instructions. Does this come with a dropper shown in the picture? So you want to mention what's included in this product. So you see, all of these questions can be transferred into actual product description content for your website. So people, if they have these questions here on Amazon, chances are they'll have the same questions about your products on your website. You want to increase your sales? Answer these questions on the product page or within the whole shopping experience. So that's a trick I use when it comes to optimizing product pages. One other thing too is, in this case here, lifestyle shots, social proof. I didn't see much of it on Beard Brand, but if you're selling this type of product, you may want to also showcase pictures of your customers. So try to crowdsource some user-generated content, UGC. So if you're selling Beard Brand oil, consider asking customers to submit their photos. You can create a contest, show off your beard, and then this way you could use these images on product pages or in your social media to highlight some of your customers that are using this product. Because again, if their beard is really well done, chances are people are going to see, I want the results. They're buying the results. They're not buying just the product. They want to have a beard like this person. So showcasing people with the beautiful beards could be also a great way to increase conversions and sales. Think of it for fitness. It's the same thing in fitness. When you see someone with a six-pack or a really well-toned body, you're not buying their workout, you're buying their results. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to look like in the end. How can I get there? Well, buy my product. And that's why we buy these things that we buy, because we're going for the result. And the same goes for your beard brand if you're thinking about going into this category. So just a small tactic on how I would go about optimizing the product pages. And that's it. This is what I really wanted to cover. There are many brands out there. I don't want to go through all the different ones because there are plenty of them. As soon as you start browsing, let's say Beard Brand, notice how afterwards you get retargeted with all sorts of beard oil brands on Facebook and Instagram. So you'll start seeing additional brands. So I highly recommend browse this website a couple of times if you're in this category. Sign up to the newsletter. Visit them a couple of times, and then Facebook will start understanding, oh, you're in the market for some beard oil products, and they start promoting you other brands, and you start seeing them. You can also look at going to SimilarWeb. That's another video I've done on how to spy on your competitors. Make sure to watch it. But if I put in Beard Brand here, and notice that you get a lot of information. They've been founded in 2012, where they're located, how many employees. You'll see also all types of where the traffic is coming from, how much people. Again, it's not fully accurate, but enough so that you understand who they are. Now, notice how a lot of their traffic comes from search. Again, I mentioned that because they've created a lot of valuable insights, a lot of content that targets their audience. And that's why they rely a lot on it. And notice also they have a good direct traffic. So not much when you think about email, display, or search. I mean, organically, they're doing really well. What you start seeing also is the traffic right here. You see some of the words like beard styles. So a lot of people obviously are looking for a beard brand, but beard oil, they rank well. How to grow a beard. So let me just do this. How to grow a beard. I'm sure one of those videos is theirs. GQ, beard brand right here. So number 3, again, you really want to emphasize on creating lots of content. It takes time because it's very competitive as well, but have a strategy that makes sense when it comes to inbound marketing, content marketing, and also supplemented with some SEO optimization. And there you have it. So again, if you're attending this through the recorded video, I hope this was useful to you. Make sure to watch the other videos that I have about how to sell more coffee, how to sell more vitamins, and even how to sell more masks online. You'll get a lot of tips that can be easily applied across all of the different categories of products across the world of e-commerce. So it's not specific only. So everything I've shown you today could be implemented, applied to other beauty products, shoes, or any other category. So I hope you've benefited from this video. And again, if you want to take advantage of the fact that you can ask me questions, make sure to join the private Facebook group. You can visit eCommerce Training Academy or search us on Facebook so that you request access to our group, Double My E-Commerce Sales in 12 months. And towards the end of the video, just like I'm about to do right now, I will be asking the audience in the group for any questions if they may have. So thanks again for attending, and let's move on to some of the questions. Any questions? Lowendi, nice to see you. Great. Appreciate you showing up. 12:30 in the a.m. in the morning. Yeah, that's that's why I'm trying to do them at 5:30 in the afternoon. Try to help people out in other time zones to attend. Glad you liked it. Very valuable information, helpful, Ala. Appreciate it. Again, thank you very much. And for those who are watching this live, please make sure to like it like the video so other people in the group don't miss out on it. Any specific questions about beard care products? No questions. Perfect. Well, as always, thank you very much for joining me in this session, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy selling. Bye-bye.